Welcome to Ecositana, the builder specialized in wooden houses. Today we're here with the lovely Gill and Fisher, checking some of the work we had the pleasure to do with them. They are right now always in a work in progress, renovating a beautiful home called Vinha das Almas in Portugal, in central Portugal. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I like that you have a blog where you kind of give people the chance to follow how you started to live in Portugal and how you started to renovate this house. Yeah. And it's not only a renovation, it's really a transformation, right? How did you have the vision? What did you imagine when you first saw this rough, before working on it? What was your idea?
We first saw the king tree. It was very, very overgrown. The land had needed an awful lot of work on it. The longhouse was very tired and damp and it needed a lot of work. As well, but we fell in love with it straight away and we could see the potential.
The view is amazing.
It is absolutely lovely. It needed a lot doing, but we could see straight away that the potential was there and we wanted to do something. So we first met Raphael when we were having dinner with some friends and we were just chatting. It was before we bought this place, but just knowing straight away we knew how dedicated you was to your work. We knew as well the knowledge that you had, the attention to detail, and we just got the feeling that we could work with you.
Cool, and proved true.
So yeah, it was good. So we bought this place and we had a site meeting with you and your dad, and so we talked about the plans. We had in mind the plans that we wanted, but quickly we saw that the roof wasn't good. The roof was going to be replaced maybe in a year. But straight away we could see that the cardboard boxes that we brought with us were getting damp and wet. And one thing that you said we've repeated so many times to people is that actually your roof is your foundation.
Yeah, Portuguese have a saying is a house starts with the roof, which actually in actual fact doesn't make really sense. But when you're building, the first thing that you completely finish 100% before actually making all the other finishings is the roof. So you need, of course, walls, but the roof needs to be there, and a good roof will make a good house.
Yeah, and so we had the decision to make which roof tile, and there's so many different ones. Because it's an old house, we wanted to keep it looking old, but we obviously wanted new tiles and wanted them to be functional. Yeah,
you chose modern tiles, but they're like burnt a little bit, like by an oven.
Yeah, and seeing this house from a distance, walking down the road or across the way, it doesn't stand out, it blends in, which is lovely.
And with the colors of everything, the trees and the leaves and even the rest of the rocks and the panorama of the mountains that you have everywhere. It's a really nice color touch,
Yeah, so we got the roof done, great. A lot of the materials we've kept and we've made into a little bridge to go over the little brook. We've made into
they actually had the care of everything that we took out that wasn't reused by us or that wasn't garbage like a plastic or something. They stored away and they are slowly reusing them, even just to fence a vegetable plot or something. So everything here, the idea is to not trash something that can have a second life. One thing you had is that you actually started to design the floor plan for this section of the house, because the house was like an L shape.
Yeah.
But for the barn, you had a completely different vision of how to create a new personality, a new completely different architecture.
Yes. Yeah, it'd never been lived in at all in any shape or form. It just housed the animals.
Barn, yeah.
Just totally a barn. And so we wanted to make that into an outdoor utility room, an outdoor kitchen, and then have bedroom accommodation upstairs. Because the house looks so old and traditional, and the barn was going to be new, we needed something that was going to link the two together quite gently, so that it wasn't in your face different.
Yeah.
And so we came up with the wood, and that has just worked fantastic.
You're actually making a point of saying this is a new part. You're not hiding it, you're accepting it, and you're showing it with a different material, but a traditional material.
Yeah.
And then you have your idea of expanding for the living room and the decking on top, right?
Yeah.
That's another...
Yeah, and that's good so that we can sit outside. It's one of the last parts of the property that gets the sunshine on a night time, so a glass of wine or just sitting and listening. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it was made from scratch, so it's like a wooden house made from scratch to be a living room that will unite the two sections, right? So it's a social area that gives you the possibility of uniting two private sections. And on top, it's a decking area that was completely waterproofed, so you can go on top, you can put a sofa and chairs, probably you'll do. But it's not raining on the living room, it's going out. And it was a very interesting project to waterproof it, to find the technical solutions to make it work. And now you have, a beautiful view from that, I don't know, you call it that platform. And we had to work with that to find a balance and to make something that was not only functional but pleasant. And the platform, actually, your idea of a platform on top of the living room gives that, because you have the main roof of the house here, and then a higher level you're gonna have the platform, and then on another higher level you're gonna have the roof of the bedroom. So you're actually combining everything, even on not only horizontally but vertically. You're also working with the different kinds of sections that will unite the full project,
That's
and the way you've insulated and worked all the structure, you don't need a lot of equipment, and that's also the smart part. The ecological part is, if you insulate well a house, you will not need too much equipment to reach a comfortable temperature.
Which is what we found sitting here. It's so hot outside.
Today,
sat here, it's comfortable. I don't need the aircon.
Here it's cool, and there's no AC. If you make a sane, functional house at the beginning, you will have the results at the end.
And it is very much comfortable. Still got a lot to do. We're just starting now in the kitchen.
I think it's very good that you're always looking at the next project and you can look back and see what you've done, what you've accomplished.
Yeah, that absolutely.
All of that. Well, thank you for receiving us. I hope you still receive us more for a cup of tea or beer.
and for the kitchen.
And for the kitchen. And I hope to see you soon.
All right,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.